Today I'm going to be showing you how I got these cute, chunky, slightly distressed Bantu knots. My name is Izzy and welcome to the video. I started off with 3 triangular parts in the back section of my head, and while I'm trying to get the parts clean and straight, I'm not necessarily aiming to get everything exactly even because this look is gonna be kind of casual and kind of messy almost, so it doesn't need to be perfect all the way through. After I've sectioned off the back, I'm gonna do the very same thing to the front, aiming pretty loosely for some big triangular parts. And after I do each part, I twist off that section and then move on to the next section. And I'm doing it this way just because I thought it would be easier for me to do all of the parts at once and then go back in and do all of the braids. At the base of my hair, I'm using a small amount of Eco Styler gel, which is going to help me to grip everything better and keep my hair in place for a longer period of time. The braiding hair I'm using is the Yaman Afro Kinky in 1B, and I take 4 pieces of braiding hair together and just slip it through 2 elastic bands. I'm using 2 just because I want it to not pop, so one is kind of reinforcing the other. And then I'm just gonna wrap that around the base of my hair maybe 4 or 5 times, tug on it a bit so that it's snug but not tight. Then I'm gonna be separating my hair into 2 equal parts and then twisting it in with the braiding hair. You can see that a lot of my hair is already poking out, but because I'm gonna be wrapping it into Bantu knots, that's not gonna be a problem. So I finished the back section of my hair and I'm repeating the same steps all over my head. So I add a small amount of Eco Gel along my roots and just smooth it down so every strand of hair is neat and in place. And then I'm just going to apply my elastic band that's already been attached to the 4 pieces of braiding hair. Go around the root of my hair maybe 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times, I guess, in some sections. Tug it so that it's snug but not tight, and then twist all the way down. Like I was saying before, I'm not aiming for parts that are all even and like perfectly neat. The only thing I was trying to make sure is that the spaces are roughly the same and the parts are clean. So some of the parts are squares, some of them are triangles, some of them I don't even know what shape to call them, but that's fine. I think I started to enjoy this hairstyle when I realized how nice and chunky these twists were looking and also how natural. And it made me think that I could probably start doing my hair like this more often, but with smaller sections instead. I ended up with 15 sections, so I have 15 twists in my hair and I'm gonna have 15 Bantu knots. And I was feeling this hairstyle so much from this point that I decided to, put on a little bit of makeup, feel a little cute, change my shirt and all of these nice things before I actually started doing the Bantu knots. So to do the Bantu knot is the very same process that I would use for doing Bantu knots on my regular hair, which is basically just twisting it around itself and then tucking in that last bit of hair underneath. You can definitely use like a hairpin or a rubber band to keep it more secure, I guess, but I really didn't see the need because I knew that they weren't going to be falling out. So I just kept doing that to the rest of my head, and yeah, we continue. I really like how this hairstyle was coming along. Like I said, I really like the chunky twist kind of vibe, and then when I started putting in the Bantu knots, I was like, yeah man, we're onto something here. Something I forgot to mention in the beginning of this video is that I was actually inspired to do this hairstyle by LOAFERETTE. I saw her Instagram post and I thought it was so beautiful, and she had a full YouTube tutorial about it and she made it look so easy, and I just thought I really need to do this to my own hair. So I did, and I want to say thank you to her for the inspiration. She was actually inspired by another YouTuber who is called Increase My Peace. I'm going to link both of the videos in the description so you guys can go watch those and show some love over there as well. So after I did my edges and my sideburns, I was gonna add some curly hair, just like what she has. When you watch her video, you'll see. But I didn't actually have curly hair, so I had to wrap some of the same braiding hair I was using around some hair curlers and then just put in some hot water for, I don't know, the same amount of time it took me to braid my hair. And then once they were dry and I was able to remove them from the rollers, I got this very nice springy kind of hair, which I was very grateful for because I wasn't sure how it was gonna turn out. So to apply these to my hair, because they're so long, I'm just going to be cutting them in half like so, and then I'm gonna wrap it just one time, not even one full time, but just like place it underneath the Bantu knot like that, and then I'm just gonna separate it until it's how I want it to look. The curls look very nice and defined and well kept, like just very neat, which is not what I was going for. I wanted the curls to be kind of rough and free and more casual and also a lot fuller. So I was separating it maybe 2 or 3 times per section. I didn't do that to every single Bantu knot, but I did it to most of them, maybe 9 or 10 throughout my head. For the pieces that were too long, I just cut them shorter, and then I just did the same thing until I was satisfied. Alright, so this is the final look. Bantu knots in place, edges did, hair is all doing a bag of things. I like what's going on here. I was aiming for, or I thought I was going to get like a casual rugged kind of look, but I don't know, it feels still on the casual side, but it's almost sexy, it's almost edgy, it's almost a cute girl kind of style. I don't know, it's giving me a lot of different feelings, but I'm really proud of myself because it turned out exactly as I wanted it to, which doesn't happen all the time with me. Once again, big shout out to Loaferette and Increase My Peace for the inspiration, and thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of the video. You will see me in the next one.